ॐ वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अखण्डं सच्चिदानन्दम्
अखण्डं सच्चिदानन्दम्
अवाङ्मनसगोचरम्
अवाङ्मनसगोचरम्
आत्मानम् अखिलाधारम्
आत्मानमखिलाधारम्
आश्रयेभीष्टसिद्धये
आश्रयेऽभीष्टसिद्धये
अर्थतोऽप्यद्वयानन्दान्
अर्थतोऽप्यद्वयानन्दान्
अतीतद्वैतभानतः
अतीतद्वैतभानतः
गुरूणाराध्य वेदान्तसारं वक्ष्ये यथामति।
गुरुराराध्य वेदान्तसारं वक्ष्ये यथामति।
The author unfolds the tattvam, tattvataha brahma vidyam, by the method adhyaropa apavada. Adhyaropa apavadena, apavada prakriyayena, nyayena. For that, the beginning introduce vastu, avastu, ajnanam iti. That ajnanam samashti veshti abhiprayena ekam anekam iti vyavahriyate. That is 35. Having defined ajnanam sadasadvyam anirvachaniyam kinchit bhavarupam etkinchit bhavarupam turunatmakam iti, having defined ajnanam, and that ajnanam from the standpoint of veshti and samashti, it's looked upon as ekam anekam. Having said that, after the samashti ajnanam, it dealt with samashti ajnanam, otherwise called samashti upadi, ishvara upadi, which is vishuddha sattva pradhana iti, and different names of the samashti upadi. The author gave 4 names: Layasthanam, Sushuptihi, Anandamaya Koshaha, Karana Shariram. After that, he dealt with the Veshti Upadi. Atra Vyasta Samasta Vyapitvena Veshti Samashtita Vyapadeshaha. This line as well as 35, line number 35, almost same. Line number 35 is an introduction to Samashti. There Veshti and Samashti from the standpoint of Ekam Anekam. Here it is Vyasta Vyapitvena Veshtita Samatta Vyapitvena Samashtita iti. That is the pervasiveness of the Veshti. From the standpoint of the pervasiveness of the Veshti, the Vyasta Samvyapitvena, it is called Veshtihi, Veshti Vipadeshaha, Vyasta Vyapitvena, Veshti Vipadeshaha, Samasta Vyapitvena, Samashti Vipadeshaha. Veshti, that means Veshti Upadi is associated with Veshti Jiva, Veshti, individual. Samashti Upadi is associated with what? Samashti. So Veshtita, Samashtita, Veshti Vyapitvena, Samashti Vyapitvena iti. Vyapitvam, pervasiveness. By the pervasiveness of the Veshti, that is Veshti Upadi, the Upadi is Veshti Upadi. Similarly, the pervasiveness of the Samashti Upadi associated with Samashti Ishvaraha. Therefore, Samashtita, total. And that now Veshti is dealt with. Veshti is Marina Sattva Pradhana. It is Prajnaha iti. Then Alpagyatvam, Adishwaratvam, etc. about the Prajna having talked about. Then the different names for the Veshti Upadi, the same line as the Samashti Upadi the author gave. Anandamaya Koshaha, Karana Shriram, Sushuptihi, Layasthanam iti. Now, having presented Veshti Upadi and Samashti Upadi, now the author is going to equate them. Veshti Upadi, Samashti Upadi. What is the necessity of equating the Upadi? First of all, is Upadi same? Is the Upadi same? Upadi is not same. Empirically not same. It means the Vyavahara superficially not same. They are different. But essentially they are same only. Upadi is, it is Maya Karyam. Therefore, Trunatmakam. Therefore, all the definitions which are given for Ajnanam, Ajnanam is applicable for Veshti Ajnanam, Samashti Ajnanam. Whether it is Veshti Ajnanam or Samashti Ajnanam, it is Sadasadvyam Anirvachaniyam, Trigunatmakam, Kinchit Bhavarupam. So it is applicable. So therefore, that Ajnanam from the standpoint of the individual and total, it is Veshti Ajnanam, Samashti Ajnanam. Veshti Upadi, Samashti Upadi. The difference is only superficial. It is not essential difference. If it is essential difference, then we cannot equate this. The author is equating the Upadi. And also the reason for equating the Upadi is Upadi being Mithya. Essentially they are same. And Upadi being Mithya, dismissing the Upadi, then what is left out? Neti, Neti, Iti Prakriya. Having dismissed Upadhi as Mithya, Sopadika Chaitanyam, Upadhi is gone. Then what is there is Nirupadika Chaitanyam, Chaitanyam without Upadhi. Therefore, Vyashti Samashtiyogo api, Jiveshwaryogo api, Chaitanya Drishtya Abhedaha. That is the end. Having the end in mind, the author now here beautifully presents the Ekata, the level of Vyashti, the Ekata, the level of Upadhi, at the Sopadika level. That is what the author does here. Let us read number 47. From here we have to read up to 46. We have to read the Tika and other things. Now 47. Anayoho
Anayoho
Samashti Vyashtyoho
Samashtivyaštyoho
Vanadrukshayoho Iva
Vanavrukshayoho iva
Jalashaya Jalayogo Iva Va Abhedaha.
Jalashayalayoho ibava abhedaha
भेदः
Not Va Bedaha, Va Abhedaha.
अभेदः.
It is not Vedaha. Anyway, you didn't read Vedaha, just telling. Va Abhedaha, A plus A. So, Abheda, non-difference only talked about. Differences already we know. We are dealing with the differences only in the Vyavahara. The Vyavahara, my Upadhi is different from your Upadhi, and our Upadhi is different from Ishwar Upadhi. So the differences, because of the differences only there is Vyavahara. If there is no difference, then how Vyavahara is possible? So, therefore, Veda is at the level of Vyavaharika, empiricality, empirical reality. That's why he said, superficially there is difference. Essentially, there is no difference. Tayoho, anayoho. Anayoho ityukte vyashti samashtiyoho. That is, between the vyashti and samashti, abhedaha. Abhedaha ityukte aikyam ityartaha. Vedaha nasti. It means one. Oneness. Oneness at the level of what? Oneness at the level of Upadhi. Oneness at the level of Upadhi. Oneness at the level of Upadhi. Upadhi means Sopadika. Sopadika Chaitanyam. There is Ishvara and Prajna. Ishvara is a name given to Samashti Upadhi Sagita Chaitanya. Ishvara. Prajna is Vyashti Upadhi Sagita Chaitanya. Upahita Chaitanyam at the level of Samashti is Ishvara. Upahita Chaitanyam at the level of Vyashti is Prajna. So Ishvara Prajna Yogo, Samashti Vyshtyoho, Abhedaha Aikyam Iti. They are same. So whether it is Vyashti Upadhi or Samashti Upadhi, they are Jadam only. Therefore they are same. Like the wave and the water. The wave is water. The wave and the ocean. Ocean is also water. Wave is H2O. Two molecules of hydrogen and one molecule of oxygen. That is water. What about the ocean? Ocean is also same H2O. Between the wave and the ocean, between the water and the ocean. Ocean is water. Ocean doesn't exist without water. Ocean is water. Therefore Ekata is there. Water is Vyashti, ocean is Samashti. Jalam Vyashti, Jalashaya. Here the author gives an example. That is why the definition of Ajnanam is common. If they are different, then Ajnanam, you have to define Vyashti Ajnanam separately, Samashti Ajnanam, you have to define separately. Both are Jadam only. So, the definition of Ajnanam is common for both. From that itself is clear. Vyashti Samashtiyoho Abhedaha iti. Both are avastu, both are Ajnanam, Anivachaniyam, Sarasadhyam. yatkinchit bhava rupam ityadi. Here, the author gives a nice example. Vana vrikshayoho iva. Already he said Vana vriksha vyashti samashti jalashaya jala iti. He has given the same example. Vana vrikshayoho iva. Vana vriksha ekaha vrikshaha. One tree. Vanam is vrikshanam samugaha. Vrikshaha is vanam. Many trees are there, it is vanam. So, vrikshaha, one tree. When the tree becomes many, multiple trees, vrikshaha, then it is vanam. Vanam is nothing but collection of trees. One tree will not become a vriksha, but vanam cannot exist without vriksha. It's nothing but vriksha only. Only in terms of number, it is only bhagavachanam. So therefore, vanam is samashti, vriksha is vyashti. What is the difference? Difference is there. Empirical difference is there. Superficial difference is there. But they are tree only. It is tree only. Therefore, no difference. So how you look upon, that's important. One tree will not bring a rain, but forest brings the rain. Forest, we use the word forest. Forest brings rain. Therefore, there is difference. But forest is nothing but tree only. So no difference at the same time. So essential non-difference and empirical difference. Empirically, there is a difference. Essentially, there is non-difference. Abhedaha. Similarly, jalashaya jalayogo. Jala is water drops. Jalashaya, jalam ashayate asminiti, jalashaya, water body, lake, ponds, etc. Even ocean. What is the difference? Ocean or pond or lake, they don't exist without water. They are nothing but water. Are they same? Yes. In one way it is same, in other way it is not same. In other ways, that is empirically they are different because the strength, the force of the water body is different from the strength of the water drop. Water drop cannot quench you. You will not drown in water drop, but you may drown in the ocean or the pond or the lake. So therefore, here also there's a difference at the level of empiricality, but essentially non-difference. So therefore, anayogo vyashti samashtiyogo vanavrikshayogo iva jalashaya jalayogo iva va abhedaha. So yatha vanavrikshayogo abhedaha jalashaya jalayogo iva जलाशय जलयोः इव अभेदः तद्वत् व्यष्टिसमष्टयोः अपि अभेदः इति अभेदः नॉन डिफरेंस. इट मीन्स जीवेश्वरयोः सोपादिक चैतन्ययोः जीवेश्वरयोः अभेदः इति. That's what the author says. Abheda, there is non-difference between the upadi, and therefore sopadika chaitanyam. Sopadika chaitanyam is upadina saha vartate. Sopadika chaitanyam manifesting through the upadi. Whether it is Vyashti upadi or Samashti upadi. Upadi sagita chaitanyam. Upadi sagita chaitanya yoho Vyashti samashti. Vyashti samashti Vyashti yoho abhedaha. Now here two examples are given. Vanavrikshayogo, Jalashaya, Jalayogo. What is the significance of this example? Vanavriksha is, okay, before discussing about this example, we need to understand this, the sambandha between the Chaitanyam, that is Atma, and the Upadi. because of upadhi, the Atma seems to be appearing as Jiva. That is, Jiva is conditioned as though conditioned. Jiva Swarupa is Atma. So therefore, Jiva is as though conditioned by the Upadhi. So therefore, what is the sambandha? What type of sambandha is there between the Atma and the Upadhi? How the conditioning happens? For that, in the tradition, three models are presented. There are three different models. The model means Vada. Three types of Vada. Pratibimba Vada, Abhasa Vada, Avacheda Vada. Pratibimba Vada, Abhasa Vada, Avacheda Vada. This Pratibimba, the name Pratibimba means Bimba Pratibimba. There is an image and there is a reflection of that image in the mirror or whatever it is. So that is Pratibimba Vada. Pratibimba Vada is a model which is based on Panchapadika Vivarana of Prakashatmaka Muni. Panchapadika. What is Panchapadika? This Padmapadacharya, that is the disciple, one of the important disciple of Shankaracharya, Padmapada, he wrote Panchapadika. Panchapadika is a commentary on the commentary of Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya wrote a commentary to Brahma Sutra, and the commentary to the commentary is Panchapadika. Now there is a commentary to Panchapadika also. The commentary to the commentary to the commentary. So Panchapadika Vivarana, that is a commentary to the commentary to the commentary of Brahma Sutra. So for Brahma Sutra, Shankaracharya wrote a commentary for which Padmapadacharya wrote a commentary for which there is a commentary, Panchapadika Vivarana by Prakashatmaka Muni. So it's called Vivarana Acharya. So following the line of thinking of this Acharya, in fact, we are the followers of Vivarana. In this Sampradaya, the Pratibimbavada is the Sampradaya talks about Pratibimbavada, advocates Pratibimbavada, reflection model. In this model, there is no separate Upadhi for Ishvara. There is no separate Upadhi. Jiva is defined as the reflection, Pratibimba, of Chaitanyam in the Avidya Upadhi. What about Ishvara? Ishvara is the Chaitanyam, Shuddha Chaitanyam, original Chaitanyam, and that is reflected in the Upadhi. Reflected is Jiva, and the reflecting medium, that is Upadhi. Say, for example, mirror. There is an object and there is a reflection of the object in the mirror, and the mirror is there. So that object which is outside the mirror, that is Ishvara. And the object which is reflected in the mirror, that is Jiva. And the reflecting medium, which is the Upadhi, Avidya Upadhi. This model has got some certain significance, Pratibimba Pada. This model has got certain significance, this model, Pratibimba. What is the significance is, Jiva doesn't have separate Upadhi. Therefore, the image and the reflected image, between them there is no difference. Minus the image, there cannot be reflected image in the mirror. So what is reflected is nothing but this, the object. So therefore, there is no difference. It is so apparent difference only. So this model is a good model in terms of showing the oneness of Jiva and Ishvara. But there is no Upadhi of Ishvara. So in this model, Jiva it's very, can be easily understood that Jiva is not really different from Ishvara. Jiva is nothing but reflection of the Ishvara in the Upadhi. This is Pratibimba model, Pratibimba Vada. Every model has got some limitation, but this model, what this model says is this is a model. So the consciousness, that is Ishvara, and Jiva, which is reflected consciousness, and the Upadhi. So Jiva is nothing but reflection of consciousness in avidya. And Ishvara is original, the Chaitanyam. This is Pratibhimbavada. Then we have another model. Which is Avacheda. Avachedavada. Conditioning factor model. You can translate as conditioning factor model. Avachedavada. This model also is used. So whatever may be the model, ultimately the point is to explain that Ishvara and Jiva are same. So the model is a model. So every model has got some limitation, but ultimately it is meant to present the Jiveshvara. So this Avacheda model, Avachedavada, this model is attributed to Vachaspati Mishra. This is similar to Avachedavada. This Vada is by the attributed to Vachaspati Mishra. Even though this model can see in Mandukya Karika as well. This model Avachedavada. So in this model, the model, that is the Avacheda. Avacheda means conditioning, enclosing. Like there is a space. There is a space. Space is only one space. Space is there. Akasha. The Akasha, the space is conditioned, suppose by a pot. Conditioned by a pot. As Akasha is enclosed, conditioned by a pot, that becomes Gatakasha. Similarly, Jiva is conditioned by the Upadhi, that Avidya Upadhi, Malina Sattva, Pradhana Prakriti Upadhi. Jiva is nothing but Chaitanya, like Akasha. So here, Chaitanyam is compared to Akasha, space. As Akasha is confined by the pot, and therefore we say Gata Akasha. Similarly, Chaitanyam is conditioned, is enclosed as though by the Marina Sattva Pradhana Prakriti, and that is called Jivaha. Similarly, the Akasha is confined by a larger enclosure, say a room or a hall. Space is enclosed by the hall, the big lecture hall. So what is the space? What is the difference between the space in the Gata and the space in the hall? Space is space. Only the Upadhi is different. So therefore, similarly, Ishvara is nothing but the Chaitanyam, which is Avachinna, which is Paricheda, condition, limited, as though by Shuddha Sattva Pradhana Prakriti, Maya Upadhi. Like the space is enclosed by the walls of the hall. So that therefore, Jiva is compared to the Akasha, which is conditioned by the pot. And Ishvara is compared to the same, not same Akasha, same Akasha only, but Akasha, which is conditioned by the walls of the hall. So Akasha is essentially same. Chaitanyam is essentially same. Only there is a difference in the size of the Upadhi. So this is Avachedavada. Avacheda conditioning. So Akasha Avachinna Gataha. Akasha Avachinna Gataha and Akasha Avachinna Prakoshtaha. Room. Prakoshta is room. Room or hall. What is the difference between the two Akashas, two spaces? There is no word spaces. Helplessly we have to use spaces as though there is a difference between the two spaces. Avachinna. Avachinna Akasha. Akasha Avachinna Gataha. And Akasha Avachinna Prakoshtaha. Prakoshtena Avachinna Akashaha. Gatena Avachinna Akashaha. How many Akashas are there? Only one Akasha. Only the Upadhis are different. Therefore, the space is being one as though conditioned by, as though enclosed by the walls of the Gata, the walls of the room. Similarly, Jiva and Ishvara being Chaitanyam, enclosed by, conditioned by Upadhi, Vyashti Upadhi, Samashti Upadhi. Malina Sattva Pradhana Upadhi, Shuddha Sattva Pradhana Upadhi, that is Ishvara Upadhi. And that is called, that gets a different name also. That Chaitanyam, conditioned by Vyashti Upadhi gets Chaitanyam Prajnaha. That Chaitanyam conditioned by the Samashti Upadhi get the name Ishvaraha. That is the Akasha, that is Gata Akasha. Akasha inside the pot you are giving one name. That is Prajnaha in the Dashtanta. Similarly to the Akasha, to the space which is enclosed by the walls of the hall, to that you are giving a name Ishvara. As Akasha, there is no two different Akashas. Similarly, there are no two different Chaitanyam. Chaitanyam is Ekam. That is the model. So therefore, Chaitanya Avachinna. Jiva is nothing but Chaitanya Avachinna by Avidya, and Ishvara is Chaitanya Avachinna by Maya. Between them there is no difference. Chaitanyam. So Avidyaya Avachinna Chaitanyam, Mayaya Avachinna Chaitanyam. Avidyaya Avachinna Chaitanyam Jivaha Prajnaha. Mayaya Avachinna Chaitanyam Ishvaraha. Therefore, Jiveshwarayoho Aikyam. And also this conditioning that Upadhi, that we dismiss as Mithya. So it is Mithya. Therefore, minus Mithya. Mithya means we not minus also. It's negation. This is another problem with the teaching. They say this. They use this minus plus calculation. That is it is not really an entity which you can subtract or you can add. This is Swamiji never uses, and he doesn't advocate this minus plus, the equation type of teaching. That is what I mean is, that is say, Ishvara minus Maya is equal to Brahma. Brahma is, that is, Ishvara is Brahma plus Maya, as though Maya is something which you can add to Brahma. So this mathematical, this arithmetical presentation is not proper. This plus minus and all. Maya is Mithya. Avidya is Mithya. So Ishvara minus Maya. Maya is it's zero. So Ishvara minus zero is what? Ishvara only. Brahma eva. Therefore only Ishvara, the word we use it for Brahma. When we use this, you can use this equation for teaching, but one has to be careful. Otherwise, they will think that from the similarly Jiva, the Vesti level, if you see Jiva, that is Prajna minus this Avidya. is equal to, then it's equal to Brahma, Atma. So from the pragya, now you have to scrap this avidya. You have to remove avidya. You have to scrapping business. So that is avidya itself is mithya. Avidya goes away when the wake of jnana. It is mithya. So mithya means zero. It is not really a substantial entity. It is mithya, nama rupa. It is mithya. It is not that. Then when it's not substantial, the thing. How will you do minus? How can you minus that from the jiva or Ishvara? So this minus plus business is. It is not something mathematically thing. The equation is jiva is Brahma. That is the equation Mahavakya. That is the only equation. In fact, if at all any equation is there, that is the only equation. Tat tvam asi. That is the equation. The upadhi and all, we talk about taking the empirical differences, and the empirical differences at the level of Paramarthika dismissed. You cannot empirically dismiss the empirical differences. You need to, that's why this equation, this minus plus equation creates problem. Because at the empirical, they try to empirically remove this minus this plus this. It's a problem. That through understanding, it is dismissed. At the level of Paramarthika, it is dismissed. So therefore, only we don't say Ishvara minus Maya is equal to Brahma. So Brahma therefore Ishvara is Maya plus Brahma and all. We don't say Ishvara is Brahma. Maya being Mithya, therefore Ishvara is Brahma. Prajna is Atma. Minus this avidya being Mithya, therefore minus and all it's not. It's Mithya. It is Mithya at the empirical level, it is just got utility. But really speaking, it is not. That is what the teaching is. Anyway, so this is the Avachedavada, the second model. Every model has got, as I said, some certain merits and demerits. And the third model is Abhasavada. This Abhasavada is presented by Sureshwaracharya. This Abhasavada. Okay, the second model I told is Avachedavada. The Avachedavada with Vachaspati Mishra, and this Vada is this. It's nothing but Bhamatikara. Okay, you see Bhamatikara. Bhamatikara is one who has written a commentary to the Bhashya of the Shankaracharya on Brahma Sutra. That's called Bhamati. That commentary is called Bhamati. We say Bhamatikara. Bhamatikara means Vachaspati Mishra. Therefore, no differences. Okay, because I remember once I told Bhamatikara. The Vachaspati Mishra, it's same. So Vachaspati Mishra for this Avachedavada, Prakasha Muni for the first model, that is Pratibhimbavada. And now the third model, Abhasavada. Abhasa. Here also Bhasa is reflection. This model is advocated by Sureshwaracharya. This is similar to Pratibhimbavada. Abhasa means reflection, semblance, apparent manifestation. So here this model is in the difference is same as Pratibimba with some difference, slight difference. So this Abhasavada, as I told, is advocated by Sureshwaracharya. Therefore, down the line, Vidyaranya Muni also. Therefore, in Panchadashi, we will be seeing Abhasavada. Later in the Tattva Viveka Prakaranam, I think there itself it comes. Discuss that later. So here, in Abhasavada, this model, in semblance model, the Jiva is presented as the Pratibimba, reflection of Chaitanya Pratibimba, reflection of Chaitanya in Avidya. And along with Avidya and Chaitanya Avachinna by Avidya. I need to understand this clearly. Jiva is reflection of consciousness in the Avidya, along with Avidya, plus the Chaitanya which is reflected, that is Kutastha Chaitanya. So three things are there. Number one, Avidya. And Avidya avidya pratibimba chaitanyam and kutastha chaitanyam. Chaitanyam which is manifesting in the avidya, and the chaitanyam which is original. That the chaitanyam which is avachina by avidya. So kutastha chaitanyam. So it is three things are there. Chaitanyam, that is kutastha chaitanyam. The chaitanyam which is conditioned by the avidya, kutastha chaitanyam, and the chaitanyam which is reflected in avidya, that is called chidabhasa, and then avidya. So three things. Similarly, at the level of samashti, Ishvara also, Ishvara is reflection of chaitanyam in Maya Upadhi. So Maya Upadhi is there, number one. Number two is chaitanyam is reflected in the Maya Upadhi, and the chaitanyam which is avachina by the Maya Upadhi, that is called Brahma Chaitanya. So the three things. So that is avidya, that is the reflecting medium, and the reflection, and the original. Three things at the level of Vyashti and Samashti. Yeah, here only this example is given. That is, Jiva can be compared to what the Akasha, the reflection of Akasha in the Gata, which contains water. So in a pot there is water, and there is reflection of space. Reflection of space in the water. Water which is in the Gata. So Gata is there, and the Gata which is filled with water, and Akasha is there, original Akasha, and there is a reflection of Akasha in the water of the Gata. This is Vyashti. That is for Jiva. Similarly, the Akasha, which is reflected in the clouds, Megha. In Panchadashi, it is discussed elaborately this. Megha is clouds. Akasha, which is reflected in the clouds. Clouds are the Upadhi. Clouds, nothing but water only. Clouds are the carriers of water. So you may ask how clouds, Akasha is reflected. Clouds means it is a subtle form of water. They are also like water body. Not really water body, but it is water body Iva. They are nothing but water. Water bearing clouds. So in that there is a reflection of Akasha. So Akasha reflected in the clouds. So cloud, the Upadhi, and there is a reflection of Akasha in the clouds, and the Akasha. So therefore, three things are there. This is Abhasa, Abhasavada. So these are the three types of model. Here, Vana Vrikshayogo, Jalashayogo, here. What Vada is talked about here? Here, Vana Vrikshayogo is an example for Avacheda Vada, and Jalashaya Jalayogo, you can take it as Abhasavada or Pratibhimbavada. It's not a problem. So two models and therefore two examples. Two examples to convey two different models. So Vana Vrikshayogo, Vana Vriksha. First let us take Vriksha. A tree. A tree occupies space. An object exists means it has to exist only in the space. In fact, this is further explained in the next line. Anyway, I will explain now. This space which is enclosed by the vriksha. The space which is the vriksha which is contained in a space. The vriksha which is accommodated in the space. So therefore the space is conditioned. The space is avachinna. So vriksha avachinna akasha. Akasha, the space which is contained which is conditioned by an individual tree. It is it's something like that. We also accommodate. We also need some space. We are also accommodated in space. I occupy some space. So to occupy my body, I require some space. That is why in the lift, when we enter, there is no space. We say many people are there is no space because there is no space to accommodate my body. No space. But space is there in the lift. Above there is space, but you cannot stand there. No space to accommodate my body. So it means any object, it needs some space. Therefore, the space which is conditioned, which is avachinna, by the vriksha avachinna akasha. Otherwise, we can call vriksha upagita akasha, whatever it is. Vriksha avachinna akasha. Similarly, vanam, the forest. There is vana avachinna akasha. That is samashti. Vana avachinna akasha. The akasha which is condition, which is limited by the forest. That is in this akasha, in the space where all the trees, the vanam, is contained. So, vana avachinna akasha, vriksha avachinna akasha. So, akasha being same, whether it is avachinna, the conditioned, enclosed by a vriksha or by a vana. What is the difference in the akasha? Vrikshavachinna akashayoho avedaha. Vanavachinna akasha, vrikshavachinna akasha, akashaha tayoho madhye vedava avedaha avedaha. There is no difference between the two, between the space occupied by a tree and by a collection of trees. Space being space, whether it is occupied by an individual vriksha tree or by a vanam, there is no difference. It is akashaha, yata akashaha, ekaha tadvat. So, therefore, vana vrikshayogo iva. Similarly, jalashaya jalayogo iva. Jalashaya jalayogo iva. Here also, here jala is the water that is in the water, there is a reflection of the akasha. There is a reflection of the space. So, therefore, here we have to say like this. Pratibimbita chaitanya, where in the jala. So, jala pratibimbita chaitanyam or jalashaya pratibimbita chaitanyam. Sorry, akasha, not chaitanya. We are talking about the example. Jala pratibimbita akasha. Jala pratibimbita akasha or jalashaya pratibimbita akasha. That is the akasha which is reflected in the water drop. The akasha which is reflected in the jalashaya. So tayogo, akasha yogo. What are the two different akashas? Jalashaya, jalagata, pratibimbita akasha yogo. Yata abedaha tadvat. Similarly, reflection of akasha in the jalashaya and in the jala. No difference. Vedaha nasti. There is no difference. Similarly, then what is jala? Jalam is nothing but in the Dashtanta it is Sopadika Chaitanyam. Jalam is Akasha. The Jalam is this Pratibimbita Akasha. Jala Pratibimbita Akasha, that is the Dashtanta. The Dashtanta is Vyashti Ajnana Pratibimbita Chaitanyam. That is Sopadika Chaitanyam at the Vyashti level. Similarly, I hope you follow. Similarly, Jalashaya Pratibimbitat Akasha, which is in the Drishtanta, and the Dashtanta is it is Samashti Ajnana Pratibimbita Chaitanyam. Vyashti Ajnana Pratibimba Chaitanyam, that is Prajnaha Sopadika Chaitanyam. Samashti Ajnana Pratibimbita Chaitanyam is Ishvaraha, the Dashtanta. The Drishtanta is Jala Pratibimbita Akasha, Jalashaya Pratibimbita Akasha. That is the Akasha with the Upadi, Sopadika Akasha. In the Drishtanta is Sopadika Akasha. The Dashtanta is Sopadika Chaitanya. Similarly, in the Avachedavada, the Drishtanta is there also Sopadika Akasha only. In both cases, it is Akasha. Vanavachina Akasha, Vrikshavachina Akasha. Sopadika Akasha. Sopadika Akasha, Upadi, the Upadi Sagita Akasha. Yata Upadi Sopadika Chaitanyam, Sopadika Akasha at the level of Vanam or Vriksha. Similarly, in the other example, the Sopadika Akasha at the Veshti level, that is Jala, at the Samashti level, Jalashaya, it is same. Tadvat Ishvara Prajna Yoho. Similarly, Ishvara Prajna Yoho. Ishvara is Samashti Ajnana Pratibimba Chaitanyam or Samashti Ajnana Avachina Chaitanya. I use Avachina for Abhasavada. Sorry, Avachedavada. And for Pratibimba Chaitanya for Pratibimba model. Pratibimba Vada. Similarly, at the level of Vyashti is Vyashti Ajnana Avachina Chaitanyam, that is Avachedavada. Vyashti Ajnana Pratibimbita Chaitanyam, Pratibimba Vada, that is Prajnaha. Therefore, between Ishvara and Prajna, that is Sopadika Chaitanyam, Sopadika Chaitanya Yogo, Jiveshvara Yogo, Prajna Ishvara Yogo, Abhedaha. There is no difference between Sopadika Chaitanyam at the level of Vyashti and Samashti. Abhedaha. I hope this is clear. This is what the author says here. Non-difference between the Vyashti at the level of Vyashti and Samashti. Sopadika Chaitanya. When we say Upadi, when at the level of Upadi it is same, then it is understood at Sopadika level also. Because Sopadika is Upadi Sagita. So Sopadika Chaitanyam, Vyashti Sopadika Chaitanyam, which is Prajna, Samashti Sopadika Chaitanyam, Ishvara. So two Drishtantas, one Drishtanta with the Avacheda, which indicates Avachedavada, other Drishtanta indicates the Pratibhimbavada. So for the Avachedavada, Vyashti is Vriksha, Samashti is Vana, Samashti is Vriksha. For Pratibimba model, Vyashti is Jalam, Samashti is Jalashaya. Yata Vana Avachinna Akashaha, Vriksha Avachinna Akashaha, Tayoga Madhya Vedaha, that is Sopadika Akasha Yoga Vedaha. Similarly, Jala Pratibimbita Akashaha, Jalashaya Pratibimbita Akashaha, Tayoga Madhye. Yata Abhedaha, Sadi Sopadika Akasha Yogo Abhedaha, Tadvat Sopadika Chaitanya Yogo Api Abhedaha. That is the meaning of this sentence. I hope you can follow what I say. The example is simple. So therefore, two different models are taken. The author takes two different models. In fact, these two models are enough. This, as we saw, this between the Abhasavada, Pratibhimbavada, there is not much difference. The advantage in the Pratibhimbavada is that the apparent difference is very clear between Jiva and Ishvara. Only thing is, we have to account for the insentient things. You have to account for insentient. Sentient beings, insentient beings, two things are there. So therefore, how do you account for insentient? So for that, the Avachedavada doesn't address that problem. That problem is very well addressed by Abhasavada. So that is why Abhasavada. So advantage of Abhasavada is that that model accounts for even Jada Vastu also. Anyway, this much is enough for this. Now let us read the next line, 48. So whatever I said now, the same thing is said here. Given already an introduction, we will see now this. Let us read this. Etat upagitayoho ishvara pragnayogo api.
एतद् उपहितयोः ईश्वरप्राज्ञयोः अपि
Vana vriksha avachinna akashayogo iva.
वनवृक्ष अवचिन्न आकाशयोः इव
Jalashaya jalagata pratibimba akashayogo iva va abhedaha.
जलाशय जलगत प्रतिबिंब आकाशयोः इव वा अभेदः
Eshaha sarveshwaraha.
एषः सर्वेश्वरः
Within bracket given. Eshaha sarvajnaha.
एषः सर्वज्ञः
Eshaha antaryami.
एषः अन्तर्यामी
Eshaha yonihi.
एषः योनिः
Sarvasya prabhavapyayo hi bhutanam.
सर्वस्वप्रभवाप्ययौ हि भूतानाम्
Ityadi shrutehe.
इत्यादि श्रुतेः.
If you didn't understand what I said before, further it is, we will talk about this in these slides. The same thing we saw before. So here, Upahita Chaitanyam. Upagita Chaitanya Aikyam is talked about. Upagita Chaitanyam Aikyam means what? Sopadika Chaitanyam. Chaitanyam manifesting through the Upadi. They are equated. They are same, Abhedaha. And later we dismiss Upadi and therefore Chaitanya Drishtya Aikyam Abhedaha. That is what we are going to establish. So Upagita Chaitanya Aikyam. What is Upagita Chaitanyam? Ishvara and Prajna. Ishvara Prajna Yogo. Ishvara is Sopadika Chaitanyam, Samashti Sopadika Chaitanyam. Prajna is Vishti Sopadika Chaitanyam. Therefore, Ishvara Prajna Yogo. Etat Upagita Yogo. What? Ishvara Prajna Yogo. And Abhedaha, you have to connect Abhedaha. That is a Drishtanta. Sorry, Dashtanta. That is a Dashtanta. Drishtanta comes. What author, he himself explains what the previous sentence. This sentence is a commentary to the previous sentence, in fact. So, Ishvara Prajna Yogo Abhedaha. There is Abhedaha, there is identity, there is Aikyam between Prajna. Prajna is, that is, which is associated with Vyashti Upadi. Vyashti Vyapitvena Vyashti Upadi. Therefore, Prajna is that which is associated with Vyashti Upadi. And Ishvara is that which is associated with Samashti Upadi. Samasta Vyapitvena Samashti Vyapadeshaha. Samashti Upadi. That is the Dashtanta. The Drishtanta is Vana Vriksha Avachinna Akasha Yoko. Avachinna. Vana Avachinna Akasha. Vriksha Avachinna Akasha. Akasha, which is occupied by, conditioned by Vriksha. Akasha, which is occupied by Vanam. So, therefore, Avachinna Akasha Yoko. Whether it is Vana Avachinna Akasha, Vriksha Avachinna Akasha, Tayogo, Vedaha, Asti va Nasti, Nasti va Abhedaha. This is Drishtanta number 1. So, Vana Avachinna Akasha. If you want to present in as he presents Upahita Yoho, you can say Vana Upahita. You can use Upahita Akasha. As we say, Upahita Chaitanyam. Upagita Chaitanyam. Similarly, we can say Upagita Akasha. Akasha, which is Upagitam. Upagita Chaitanyam, we say Yashti Upagita Chaitanyam, Samashti Upagita Chaitanyam. Similarly, the Drishtanta. Avachinna Akasha is Upagita Akasha. Vyashti Upagita Akasha, that is Vriksha Upagita Akasha, otherwise Vriksha Avachinna Akasha, all are same. This is at the level of Vyashti. Similarly, at the level of Samashti, Samashti Upagita Akasha or Samashti Avachinna Akasha. Both are same. Therefore, Akasha Yoho, Avachinna Akasha Yoho, Yashti Avachinna Akasha, Samashti Avachinna Akasha Tayoho Abhedaha. Yatha Abhedaha Tadvat Dashtante api Abhedaha Jivesh Prajna Ishvara Prajna Yogo api Abhedaha. This is number one. Avachedavada example. Interpretation of the Avachedavada to the Avachedavada example. Drishtanta. Second is Jalashaya Jalagata Pratibimba Akasha. The reflection of Akasha, the space in Jalashaya, in the water body, and in the Jalagata. That is, Jalagata is water. So, here also Avachinna Akasha or Upagita Akasha. Jala Avachinna Akasha or Jala Upagita Akasha, that is Yashti Avachinna Akasha or Vyashti Upagita Akasha. The Dashtanta at the level of Vyashti. Similarly, at the level of Samashti in the Dashtanta is Jalashaya Avachinna Akasha or Jalashaya Upagita Akasha. Whatever it is. Akasha Yogo Abhedaha. So, therefore, Jalashaya Jalagata Akashayoho Avachinna Akashayoho Upagita Akashayoho Abhedaha. Yata Abhedaha Tadvat Jiveshwara Ishvara Prajna Yogo. You can say Jiveshwara also, I think no. Prajna Ishvara Yogo Abhedaha iti. This is Pratibimba model. Abhedaha. How do you say that Shruti Pramanam is there? What is Shruti Pramanam? Mandikya Shruti. Eshaha Ish Sarveshwaraha. Eshaha Sarveshwaraha. That is the Mandikya Shruti. Mandikya Upanishad is the Pramanam. Eshaha Antaryami. Eshaha Sarvajnaha. Eshaha Sarveshwaraha. Eshaha Antaryami. Antaryami means is the one who is inside, the Pratyahatma. And this Pratyahatma is Sarveshwaraha. Therefore, what is that? Abhedaha, Aikyam is talked about. The one who is Sarveshwara, the Ishvara, the Lord, Bhagavan, is Sarvajnaha, is the Sarvasya Prabhavapyo Bhutanam, he is a creator, he is a sustainer, and he is a resolver of all the bhutas, everything, the entire Jagat. He is Antaryami. He is the one who resides in the Hridaya of all the beings. It means what? Ishvara and this Prajna, no difference. That Chaitanyam manifesting through, the Brahma Chaitanyam manifesting through the individual Upadhi or Veshti Upadhi, there is no difference. It is same. Ekaha eva iti abhedaha. Iti Mandikya. Shruti Pramanam, the author gives. So therefore, Sopadika Chaitanyam at the level of Vyashti and Samashti is same. So with the Upadhi, Abhedaha is established. Now minus Upadhi, that is Nirupadika Chaitanyam, Aikyam. That is going to be the next topic. There we introduce about Turiyam as it in the Mandukya Upanishad. Okay. So we'll stop here. Do you follow, understand? Any doubts in this? Yes? No?
No doubt.
No doubts.
The next one, 49. We'll see the tika to this too in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवादः गुरुजी.
धन्यवादः
धन्यवादः.
गुरुजी.
धन्यवादः गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद it was very interesting. Thank you.
Yeah. Dhanyawad. Without Sanskritam, it's difficult. In English, explanation is a bit difficult.
No, it was very interesting. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.